What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of TomTalks podcast. There are big things happening this week in the NFL, well, in the NFL and the MLB. We're not going to go over the MLB that much, but the Rangers beat the Diamondbacks in 4 games to 1. Congratulations to them. We all knew that the Diamondbacks weren't going to win that series, so congratulations to the Rangers winning their first World Series ever. And we got trade deadline news to talk about and recapping the game. So let's go over the games real quick first. The Buffalo Bills beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 24-18. They looked solid in that game, but just because they looked solid in that game doesn't mean they're going to look that good the rest of the year. They had a 3-game streak where they were killing everybody, but now they didn't look as good. But we'll see what happens in the future. Congratulations to the Carolina Panthers for getting their first win in the NFL season. Didn't really get to see the game, but it looked like from the score, it looks like they only scored field goals. But whatever. Hey, Bryce Young got his first win in the NFL, and Frank Reich got his first win as the Panthers head coach. Cowboys crushed the Los Angeles Rams 43-20. Must be nice to have a defense that can score pick sixes and special team turnovers. Vikings beat the Packers 24-10, but they lose Kirk Cousins for the rest of the year because he tore his Achilles. And we'll go over who they got in the trade. Saints beat the Colts 38-27. Dolphins beat the Patriots 31-17. Jets beat the Giants in an ugly ass game with nothing but raining and punting. Jags beat the Steelers 20-10. Titans beat the Falcons 28-23 in Will Levis's debut, and which he threw 4 touchdowns, 3 of them to DeAndre Hopkins. My Eagles beat the Commanders 38-31, and we got to stop turning the football over. We got to stop fucking. The brotherly shoved in work for the first time, only because Kelsey admitted that he fumbled the ball at the snap. But Hurts looked great. AJ Brown set an NFL record in this game. He's the longest player with 6 games in a row to have 125 plus more receiving yards. And our defense needs to stop making Sam Howell look like he's goddamn Dan Marino. So hopefully we can fix all that shit next week. Seahawks beat the Browns 24-20. Ravens beat the Cardinals 31-24. In my opinion, the Ravens look like the best team in the NFC and the AFC. Excuse me, I'm mixing my shit up. Last time, yeah. So Ravens look like the best team in the AFC because the Broncos beat the Chiefs 24-19. Broncos defense stepped the hell up for the first time ever this season, and Patrick Mahomes had the flu, but there's no reason for him to complain about it because he was out in the field. If he was sick, he should have stayed. He should not have played that game. Bengals beat the 49ers 31-17. The Niners are not looking like a good football team right now, both because Steve Wilkes' defense is not as good as D'Amico Ryans nor Robert Saleh's, and Brock Purdy is finally becoming human, looking like a 7th-round draft pick, and throwing interceptions and turning the football over. And meanwhile, the Bengals, Joe Burrow looks like is back to monster form, and the defense is kicking ass. No one's surprised the Chargers beat the Bears. And Monday night, the Lions dominated, for the most part, the Las Vegas Raiders, causing the Las Vegas Raiders to fire Josh McDaniels, causing him to fire the GM, fire the offensive coordinator, and bench Jimmy Garoppolo. So now the interim coach is Antonio Pierce, who was a former NFL linebacker, and I'm kind of curious to see how that goes. I really am, because the Raiders are nothing but turnover and turmoil and all, and they're just a shit show of an organization. And to be honest, the fans don't deserve all that. Don't deserve the shit organization. But let's go over next week's games tonight, because I wanted to record this yesterday, but I didn't have the time yesterday. Excuse me. The Titans are playing the Pittsburgh Steelers tonight. This is somewhat of an interesting game, but I don't know. The offense doesn't really look that good for Pittsburgh. Will Levis looked really good against the Falcons. And Falcons have a pretty good defense this year. So I think the Titans are going to win slightly over the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's going to be a close game. Because usually when it comes to the Titans and Steelers, most of the games have been close. Some have been blowouts. But I'm thinking the Titans are going to barely win this game. Now, for the best game of the week, Dolphins at Chiefs in Germany, 9:30 a.m. on NFL Network. It's a tough one. The Chiefs come off a really bad loss to the Denver Broncos, and the Dolphins come off a really good win against the Patriots. I think I think the Dolphins have have more momentum, obviously, but the Chiefs' defense is the reason why they're 6-2 this year. The Chiefs' defense is the best part of their team because whenever Patrick Mahomes doesn't get the ball to Travis Kelsey, the other receivers most of the time do not step up. So in this game, I think I'm going to go with the Miami Dolphins. It's going to be a close game. I think they're only going to win by like 7. I'm going to say like 31-24 Miami. And now for the 1 o'clock games, Vikings at Falcons. Heineke is going to start this game, and Josh Dobbs is going to start for the Minnesota Vikings. Probably going to start for the Minnesota Vikings. I'm not sure, but they got Josh Dobbs in the trade at the trade deadline, so I'm going to pick Atlanta slightly over at because simply because of home field advantage. Seahawks at Ravens. I picked the Lions to beat the Ravens the last time they play, but I was completely wrong. The Ravens curb stomped Detroit, and I think the Ravens right now the Ravens have one of the best defenses in the league, and Lamar Jackson's on fire. So I'm going to go with the Ravens over the Seahawks in this game. Cardinals at the Browns. I think the Cleveland Browns are going to they should win this game no matter who's at the quarterback spot because the Cardinals are not as much as they fight and they scrap, they just don't get wins right now. That's just the nature of the beast. That's just the nature of the beast right now for the Cardinals. That's just the reality for Arizona. And the Brown, no, like I said, no matter how bad the Browns are at the quarterback position, they should be enough to win. They should be good enough to beat the Arizona Cardinals, especially with their number one ranked defense. The Rams are in Green Bay, and I think the Rams are going to come back and beat the Green Bay Packers. The Packers do not look like a good football team right now, and I think Stafford will step it up. I think he got hurt, but I think he's fine for the game, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Bucks at Texans. Both these teams lost last week. Very close game, so both of them are going to look to bounce back. As of right, I think I'm going with the Tampa. I think I'm going with the Buccaneers in this game just because they're a little more talented than the Houston Texans. Even though the Texans are the surprise team of the year, I didn't expect them to be 3-4 and somewhat in the division race for the AFC South. Even though the Jags are like miles and miles ahead of everybody else in that division, there's 3 games ahead, but still, the Texans might have a chance for a wild card spot potentially, but we'll see. Commanders at the Patriots. This is a really weird game. You have the Commanders who just traded away 2 of their best pass rushers because they figure they're not going to sign them. But the Patriots' offenses isn't looking that great, so this is really a toss-up game. And somehow it looked really good against the Eagles, but we'll see how. I don't think it's going to look that. I don't think it's going to do that good against the Patriots. So I'm going with the Patriots at home slightly. Bears at Saints. The Saints at home. I'm going with the Saints at home. They should be able to easily dominate the Bears. I don't know if Justin Fields is coming back. I don't think he is. But yeah, now I'm gonna go with yeah. So the Colts at the Panthers. The Colts should win at home against the Panthers, but I said that last week when the Texans came into town. So these 2 teams know each other. Frank Wright knows the Colts pretty well. The defensive coordinator knows Frank Wright really well. So this could be somewhat of an interesting game, but I think the Colts are going to win on the road. 2 bad teams, Giants at the Raiders. Like I said, Josh McDaniels got fired. A lot of the people got fired on the Raiders. Aiden McConnell's going to start for them. They benched Jimmy Garoppolo. So before all that, I was going to pick the Raiders to win this game, but because of everything happening with Vegas, and even though the Giants don't look that good, I think the Giants might get this win on the road. Only because of all the turmoil that's going on in Las Vegas. I don't know. I don't think they can bounce back from the turmoil right now, right away. It might take them at least. It might take them a couple of weeks to get used to everything, get used to a new voice in the building. Maybe they'll. Maybe I'll be proven wrong. I don't know. But as of right now, I have no confidence in the Raiders. And now argue the best game of the week: Dallas Cowboys at the Philadelphia Eagles. This is going to be a. All I know is this game is going to be a fucking dogfight. Like no matter which team you root for, as I'm my Eagles, I hate the Dallas Cowboys with burning fucking passion. I hate their fans. I think their fans are unintelligent and they do that shit on purpose. because they know the only argument they have left. Oh, is we got 5 rings. European doesn't matter. Shut the fuck up. Fuck you, Dallas. So obviously, I'm going with the Eagles, no matter what the statistics say. So Eagles over the Cowboys. Hoping we kick their fucking ass. And the Buffalo Bills are at the Cincinnati Bengals. I think last week the Bengals looked really good. They looked too good to lose to the Buffalo Bills. So I'm picking the Bengals at home. And then we have another crappy, well, I wouldn't say crappy, but from the looks of it, a Monday night game. Chargers at the Jets. I think the Jets are going to win at home. I don't trust the Chargers on the West Coast, on the East Coast, and Herbert against good defenses. So let's talk about the NFL trade deadline. Article from NFL.com, winners and losers. The 49ers got Chase Young to help them with their defensive line. Williams and Samuel were both hurt, but doesn't matter. All that matters is the 49ers got Chase Young from the Washington Commanders. They only give up a third round pick. Eagles, we got Kevin Byard. So we got him the week before the actual trade deadline. So he debuted last week, and we got a good fucking couple of play. He got some good plays in there. Let's see. The Chiefs got Mecole Hardman back after signing a 1-year contract with the Jets. Vikings got Josh Dobbs. Nick Mullins on IR, and they got a rookie. They have a rookie quarterback apparently, Jaron Hall, but apparently Hall's supposed to start, and he needs to. I guess he needs to learn the playbook. So, Giants and Seahawks, they made a trade. They traded Leonard Williams to Seattle. That's going to help Seattle tremendously. And Giants get more draft capital for players who may or may not be good on the team. The Bears got Montez Sweat for a second-round pick. Buffalo Bills got Russell Douglas from the Packers to help out the replacing Tre'Davious White. And now losers are obviously the Commanders. Trading away Montez Sweat and Chase Young. They didn't want to give contract extensions to those two players. So they're probably going to draft more defensive ends in the draft. Vikings, they trade away Ezra Cleveland to the Jags. And Cowboys lost because they didn't make any moves. So a lot of people expected Dallas to make a move, which they sat patiently. They said, yeah, no, fuck that. We're not going to make a move. And that's going to be it for this week's episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and I'll catch y'all next week.